Welcome to the 1878 FM podcast. Delighted to say it's a full house again.
Yay.
It's a full house again.
Yay.
And
Yay. I think that's what the kids are
that's
saying.
what apparently
Yay.
so.
Yay.
Cowabunga.
And Sam.
Pardon me.
What a start.
It's a sneeze.
What a start.
Oh,
It's
my
all the
God.
nostalgia. It makes me nose go.
Cowabunga went into a sneeze.
I'm not being funny.
I mean,
If we're talking about nostalgia and you suddenly just try to get rid of the contents of your nose, then I don't even want to know what you were up to in your
If
youth.
it's a nostalgic COVID sneeze.
I was going to say that's like a 5 years from COVID sneeze.
Wow.
Mad. 5.5 years.
Like
innit?
Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Wow.
5.5 years. Incredible. But no Everton to ruin the weekend.
Yay.
Weekend, so that
Yay.
was all right.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
What's up?
Oh, Dave. No, he's gone there.
I bet he
like
drinks Carlin Black Label.
Right.
I was trying to think of what the Green Cross Code man said then, but I just couldn't remember because it was Alvin Stardust and he terrified me.
Alvin
I
Stardust.
thought it was the guy who did Darth Vader.
It was, but remember when Alvin Stardust did it and he wore leather gloves, but he also wore rings on the leather gloves? I mean, how terrifying is that if you think about it in today's cultural sort of way it is?
We're too young for that reference.
Yeah,
Sam.
you are. You're far too young.
know what you said.
I only remember it on recaps on Channel 5 with Talking Heads, which you've probably been on,
I'm
Dave.
all
so-
about the now. But yeah, no, I have been,
He is.
I have been
Yeah.
on those as well.
Yeah, but when Dave says all about the now, he means Now 12, the album.
Hey, girls just want to have fun.
I remember, this is how old I am. I remember getting, now that's what I call music, as like about an 8-year-old or something. It was a tape, a cassette for Christmas. Now that's what I call music.
Was
Now,
it a
that's
tape?
what I call music, 185 or fucking whatever it is. But incredible.
I was all about the Smash Hits Poll Winners Party tapes.
Oh, I used to love
would
that.
be,
Nothing said Christmas like the Smash Hits Poll Party.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks
Is that
before
when it was
Christmas.
on? No,
That was
I
like
remember it being on.
that was like
when it
that to
was?
me was Christmas. That was when the
Double
countdown
cassette.
started.
Double cassette
Yeah.
with like, and tape 2 was always significantly poorer quality.
Once
Always.
I saw Brother Beyond jump on the stage in a bit of denim, I was
Yeah,
I
you
was
were all
ready.
there.
I was all ready to go.
That's
Nathan-
the holidays are coming.
Nathan
the holidays.
Yeah.
from Further Beyond.
It was
What
an
was the
enlightening
harder I
moment,
try?
Fred.
Wasn't it the harder I try? The harder I try.
It's a motto I've used all my life.
Further away from me, you slip. It's like James with parking, isn't it? Harder he tries, the further he gets away from the park.
James, yeah. He's going to the Trafford Centre, but he's actually parking at Old Trafford.
That'd be a bit close. That would be a bit close for James. But what have you been up to then, lads, with a football-free weekend?
What did I do? I went down to Cornwall to see a friend of mine, actually. I
Nice.
decided to go down there and just make the most of a football-free weekend. And I went down there, and then I came back on Monday, and then I watched the Scotland game on Tuesday, which was
Chaotic.
good.
Scotland game.
Chaotic, but was good, and in a sort of limbs every. Do you know what? I mean, watching Scotland is a bit like watching Everton, isn't it? You know, but just on a sort of national level, it still has that same kind of like rise and fall and jeopardy.
Yeah.
And where ultimately it's all a bit shit, but then, you know, it's sort of exciting at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, them following on from Ireland was mad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, yeah,
Ireland had a similar thing, didn't
Absolutely, yeah.
They're two of the best bits of commentary I've ever heard. The Troy Parrott third goal, that was amazing. And then the third and the fourth Scottish goals were amazing. With James McPartland or whoever it was going, shoot. And he goes, he's not going to shoot. He's going to shoot. And then he goes, the commentator goes, has it gone in? It's gone in.
I know. It was brilliant. It was
Amazing.
absolutely brilliant. I know. It's great though, isn't it? Because it's like they're like clubs, aren't they? Rather than like countries in many ways. The way it's all set up, and England's just too smooth and too like a machine, isn't it? And there's too much about it. Whereas when they get something, you can tell it actually. Like I genuinely love to live in a country that was like that. That had that kind of your feeling for your. I don't know why we don't have that here. I'm sure there's thousands of reasons, but there are though, aren't there? We can't sit here and go. None of us actually feel like that, and yet the joy of seeing Ireland score that goal and the joy of seeing Scotland, you don't.
It's an underdog mentality.
Yeah,
though,
it is, isn't it? Yeah,
which does that. You know, it's an underdog mentality, and that I think is ultimately the difference, isn't it? Because England will never have that.
Yeah. No. And when they do, they're just crap. They're not underdogs. They're just crap if they're rubbish, aren't they?
The problem, it's like anything, isn't it? I suppose it's like if I liken it to Everton. I don't think any set of fans celebrate a goal like Evertonians. When we score, it's like we've won the Champions League because it feels so hard for Everton to score a goal. And then when you see a machine, like City say at times, when they score, don't get me wrong, there'll be loads of City fans who have limbs and all that, but a lot of them...
It's getting less, isn't it?
It is getting less because they've won so much. And I guess if you equate that to... Not that England have won so much, but England always qualify for the major tournaments. They've got to finals and semi-finals of late. For Ireland and Scotland... You know, what was it? Is it 30 years since Ireland were at a World Cup and now they are? Or
2002 for Ireland.
So 23 years in Scotland.
98 for Scotland. I mean, Ireland aren't there yet. Let's clarify.
No, sorry, you've still got the chance. But what I mean is, for them, it's a huge thing.
Yeah, of course it is.
We're probably just bored. Not bored, but we just expect it. That's probably a better way. England, you just expect them to win. I mean, they didn't even concede a goal in qualifying. So that says it all, doesn't it?
What was quite refreshing, though, was I haven't seen any English fans kind of criticise the fact that Scotland fans were celebrating like they'd won the World Cup just for qualifying. And that's refreshing because for them, it is like that. I think them qualifying outright as group winners is probably as big as us winning the Euros. It's like massive. It's huge.
It's unbelievable.
I've just really enjoyed that the celebrations. It was a great video. It was a great video of everyone in a Scottish pub. And everyone goes absolutely bananas when the fourth goal goes in. And it just pans to this one guy who's obviously just gone for a quiet pint. And he's just sat there with his face on. And everyone's going, like, taking their tops off, throwing stuff.
Swilling them with beer. Like you're in a concert.
How are we all actually feeling, though, about the World Cup? Because it's 5 weeks, not 4. And there's an extra 40 games. I know, I'm just saying. I know. I'm like, so it's on the surface, it's like you've got some unbelievably like no markish teams, which there's gonna be some absolute hammerings, like unbelievably good hammerings, and it's just going to be mad because all those games, there's 2 o'clock game kickoffs in the morning as well. It's going to be chaos. Absolutely.
I like chaos.
Even after that, though, when you think about it.
Sounds like a yogurt, doesn't it?
It does. It's good. It's got healthy bacteria in it, though, Dave. That's the thing.
Mixed with a bit of kefir. Is that what it's
have a chaos every day.
Yeah, there you go.
That kefir is when I really need the toilet when I go to match.
Chaos.
You know, can I hold it? But it's like when you get to the end of the tournament and like the season's literally only round the corner. Teams will have been in pre-season for a couple of weeks. It's going to make football mad. But the idea of 104 games of footy, it's just like, again, we're sitting here going, I can't wait for that.
It's just because there's no jeopardy on in it. We just watch it. It's great. What did you? I know people probably aren't asked, but just that Scotland team the other night. There was in the Scotland versus Denmark starting 11s. There was one representative from Celtic or Rangers in the whole 22 started, and he was in goal for Denmark.
No, that's not true.
No, Tierney.
Tierney's Celtic player.
Tierney's got back. Sorry, 2. There was 2. But Tierney.
Cut.
But they would again. No, but there was 2.
Yeah.
But what I mean is there was as many in the Denmark side as there was in the Scottish side. So
well clarified, Bob.
It's there you go. Just forgot about Tierney. But when you look at it like that, it's crazy, isn't it? When you think of like where they're grabbing their players
but the
from.
thing about it is, though, I don't know whether you agree. I mean, I do think with all the teams I've qualified either for the tournament or certainly for the qualifiers, it does feel like, whether people like this or not or whatever, but the Premier League does seem to have risen all boats in many ways. I think every league around the UK now has got stronger, including the Championship, which is probably the most important one. For someone came on yesterday and they were telling me the Welsh team, obviously they won 7-0. He was telling me the Welsh team was like the centre.
Sorry, correction. 7-1.
Sorry. It was like the centre backs are from Cardiff and all that, and you're like, that's unbelievable. Yeah, but I do get the feeling that every league is like, it's just rose up because of the Premier League. It's dragged all the leagues up. So you've got loads of good Scottish players now playing in the Premier League, and there might be worldly players, but they're integral, enough, and they've got like 5 or 6 dropped in. So it is, and you've got all those Scottish players, of course, who are playing in Italy as well. So every
Lewis Ferguson started.
Everything does seem to have improved because the Premier League has took the Championship up, and that's took League One up, and League of Ireland's is having a really good moment now, and they're all doing well in Europe. And Scottish teams are Celtic and Rangers. They're obviously not Hearts are top at the moment, so it does feel like there's a swell of everything's getting a little bit better. And I don't think they'll all qualify, but just to have everyone either qualified or in the qualifiers is very unique.
Yeah, well, it's good. It's really, really, really positive. So good to see. On to Everton. Obviously, go to Manchester United on Monday night, which is a tough game. It's a tough game, even when United have been dreadful, isn't it? The last couple of years, it was still tough. I mean, we got beat 4-0 there last season, and United were crap.
I'm still annoyed about that. I'm still annoyed.
The terrible
performance.
Shocking. But we set off a tough run of games. Now, obviously, it goes right the way through. So if we're looking just to New Year, let's just go to sort of New Year's Eve. Everton have got Manchester United away, Newcastle at home, Bournemouth away, Forest at home, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, Burnley away and Forest away. So obviously 8 games between now and New Year's Eve. And then obviously the turn of the year, we've then got Brentford and Wolves at home, which are 2 that you'd be looking 6 points from, even though they'd be tough games. But if you look at those 8 coming up before New Year, I mean, how are you feeling, Sam, when you heard them sort of games read out, given where Everton are? Because Everton are almost at half points, aren't they, for games played? You know, they've got 15 from 33, possible 33. So what are your thoughts sort of going into those 8 games? Because they come thick and fast now, don't they?
Yeah, well, I'm a lot more relaxed since the victory over Fulham. Obviously, I think if that had gone a different way, then this would be a different conversation. And it's especially at the moment, the league's so congested. It's mad how 3 points can really dictate your mood and your outlook, and also probably the manager's planning for. And perhaps we talked about his sort of his tactical approach to some games and being a bit more cautious. I mean, obviously, the more points on the board we get, perhaps the more or the less cautious he can be, I suppose, going forward. I think it's the home games, isn't it? So just looking at that run of fixtures, the Forest game on the 6th of December, you want to be winning that game. Especially me and my lad got tickets for that in the ballot, which we were absolutely buzzing about.
Brilliant, yeah.
So that's exciting. Even though on the ballot, just as a sidebar, you have to select 2 areas, your preferred areas. So I just thought, well, I'd rather sit behind the goal, but I thought my lad would probably rather sit at the side. So I put lower east, lower west, and we got tickets up and north. It just makes no sense, which I'm happy with, but it's just why ask if you're not going to bother? But obviously, better to have the tickets than not. The Arsenal game's going to be tricky, but then that could be, I mean, look at that as the first big Bramley Moore underdog, all of us together. I know it's at a terrible time, but everyone could be on the ale all day because it's near Christmas, so you could have one of those classic old school Goodison atmospheres in Bramley Moor for the first time, which could be really interesting. Burnley away, you'd be looking to win, and then you got Forest again away, sort of before the end of the year. So there's only 2 home games in that little run, really. 3 is there?
3. Newcastle, Forest.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Arsenal.
Newcastle as well. But I wouldn't like to put a number on it, but I just think you need to be looking strong at home, and you need to be grinding out results away. And I'd be happy with that at this point. And I think the squad's capable of that.
Dave, for you, looking at that 3 home, 5 away.
Yeah, I'll put a number on it if you want. So,
well, I'm gonna come back to you with points by New Year.
Oh, okay, fine.
You can either give me a little summary of what you're thinking ahead of those games, then your points, or you can go straight for you. It's up to you.
Well, I mean, I was going to say what I thought in terms of the points, but I mean, I can split it up if you want. I mean, I was going to say, I think we beat Newcastle.
Okay.
I think we lose at Bournemouth. We beat Forest at home. We lose at Chelsea. We draw against Arsenal at home. And then, and then I think
Burnley away.
And I think we draw at Burnley away and beat Forest again there.
Bit double date.
Yeah.
Double date.
Okay. And what about United, Dave?
I feel that we're going to play like we should win, but we're just going to lose it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sounds a bit like Everton.
I think it's going to be one of those where we're gonna have the chances and Rue missed chances, and then we're going to get sort of sucker punched and lose 1-0 or something.
Okay.
I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't really fancy us.
No.
With that.
Well, by your reckoning, Everton will have 26 points on New Year's Eve, which is not bad. I mean, given they had 17 in the middle of January last season, the 9 ahead of that. I mean, what are you thinking? 3 home, 5 away, going into it. I know it's always we're just doing it because it's a bit of fun, I guess, but you can never really work out how it's going to be. But what are you thinking with the sort of games? Do you want to go through the games and see what you think?
No.
Fine. Okay.
No,
fair play.
I've heard the games. I'm aware of the games.
That's good.
I will lay
okay.
I'm going for, in no particular order, I'll take 10 points. I'll just take 10 points. I couldn't tell you who, what, or where. I think sometimes with Everton, we look at difficult runs and it's just too much.
Yeah.
And it's especially this time of year. I think if you can take 10 points out of that and get to 25 points by the mid stage, I'd be all right with that. I think that's...
So we're saying the same thing, essentially, aren't we, though?
Basically, yeah.
So that half, but basically, I've without sort of deliberately doing this, I've done to New Year just because that's 19 games.
Yeah,
that's the halfway stage. So if we're on 25,
if we're on 25 points by the halfway stage, I think I'd be quite comfortable with that.
Yeah. Okay.
And again, you've got to factor in Jai and Adesina and Gay after the Chelsea game. They'll go. So you've got to factor them in as well. So I would 25 points. I think I'd be absolutely fine with that because I just think. I mean, I say that now. You look at the games and you don't know what how the games are going to turn out. But
no, of course.
But let's. I think that's a respectable. And again, it's like the halfway, isn't it? It's halfway points again. So I think that would be quite respectable if we were to get that. And yeah, I think I'd be all right with that.
Okay, Sam. What are you there in the games there? And I mean, you can either put a total on it or I can go through the games again. You can tell me win, lose, draw if you. Yeah,
I'll tell you. I'll tell you, and I'm just looking at them now. So the Man U game, I think we'll lose.
Okay.
Newcastle win, Bournemouth draw, Forest win, Chelsea lose, Arsenal lose, Burnley win.
Yeah.
Forest away win.
Ooh,
the Man U lose is just because it's just the image in my head of Everton in that all blue kit at Old Trafford. We just turn to absolute dog muck every time we go. Because even last season, that 4-0, they were in a terrible state. I know we had a different manager, and we just let them have it. It was just pathetic. I know it's different now, we're a different situation, but I don't have any hope. Almost like less hope than at Anfield, because at least at Anfield you go, the fans are always up for it, and I'm sure the fans in Old Trafford will be up for it. But it's just that image of Everton in the full blue kit. I just go, here we go.
It's a Monday night thing as well for me.
Yeah. I hate Monday night.
Right, so Sam, you'd have us on 28 points with your reckoning, which we'd all be absolutely.
Yeah, I thought you were being quite conservative there, but
let's take that one.
Yeah,
I'd have that all day long. If I was having to do it, it'd probably go. And again, this would all change 10 minutes before every game, by the way, probably. But I'd probably go lose at United simply because we do. It doesn't. I'll think we can win on Monday when we kick off. Absolutely. I'm looking at them. They don't impress.
We'll play like we can win.
Very much Shania Twain with them. They just don't impress me much. But let's go there. Lose at United. There you go. Thank you. Beat Newcastle because I just think we will under the lights. I think we'll draw at Bournemouth. I think we'll dog out a 1-1 but even though they're capable of spanking us. I think we can dog that out. I think we'll beat.
Do you fancy that Bournemouth away on a Tuesday night?
No, listen, I could make a case for them winning 4-0 quite easily. But I could also... We've done this show long enough, me and Ped, going into December's where we've had the top 4 twice even, and people are going, Everton won't get a single point, and we've come out unbeaten.
Yeah.
So I just don't know, but I'm going to go for a draw. I think we beat Forest at home, because I think I hope the fans are fuming with what they had to put up with, and it creates that atmosphere. I think we lose at Chelsea again because we just don't ever seem to be able to do anything there, regardless of what they are doing. I think we draw with Arsenal at home because I do think Arsenal look excellent this season, and I think maybe I'll probably walk out fuming if it's a draw. But looking at it now, I think a draw. I think we'll beat Burnley away. I think it'll be a scrappy 2-1 or something, and then I think we'll draw at Forest.
See, I you know what? Just because it's Everton,
3,
I'm
4,
thinking
7,
we're more likely to
8,
beat Arsenal and get beat by Burnley.
11. See, I've got 12.
We are though, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're more likely to have that
We
game,
probably are.
and
We
it'd be
probably
all
are.
it'll be great and on the telly, and everyone's buzzing, and then go to Burnley, it's just like. Wah, wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah.
The only thing is, the only reason.
As you made that noise, a cat's just walked across my back garden to the right rhythm of that.
That's
sound.
perfect. I love that.
horrendous.
But what I would say is that the reason why I think maybe we'd get away with it this time is that there's a week between the two games, and that does make a bit of a difference. By then, I think if it was like we've had before, a game on the 23rd, and then 3 days later you're playing again, and Burnley and all, I don't know. But see, I'd have 27 points with that, and I'd be absolutely delighted with that. So I think what we're saying is anywhere between.
So
10 and
Ped's
6.
gone 25, I've gone 26, you've 27, and Sam's gone 28. So
Yeah.
And what's mad is that's all just from just doing game by game.
Yeah.
But I think what we're saying is anything between 10 and 13 points we'd be all quite happy with it, wouldn't we, really? Because, there's a lot of those games there where you're looking and going, well, Everton could easily lose that game. But like I said before, there's been a lot of times doing this where those fixtures have never played out how
No, they never will. They never will they?
So
Teams have got Europe, that Arsenal game. They've got a League Cup game on the Tuesday night, is it now?
they've got a lot of games. They're playing loads of games in a short space of time, Champions League games and everything, Arsenal. So
I think that's a respectable home draw, that 2-2, something like that.
But again, like you said before, or Sam said, Saturday night, big game, 8 o'clock. Everton Everton will have played the week before, won't they? At Chelsea.
You'd like to think so.
Yeah.
No, what I mean is, a week before, we will have just had the one game at Chelsea, and then we're playing a week later on the Saturday night. They'll have had a game in midweek, the game before that, and I think they've got something like 5 games in 12 days or something. So you just, you've got to go, and after that they have a League Cup game, like you said, a couple of days later, a quarter final. So Everton have got to, I guess, take advantage of that, but. Difficult, isn't it? And then you'd look to the 2 home games after the new year then. Brentford at home and Wolves at home in 3 days of each other and go. Has to be 6 points.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be. Although it would be 4, but it should be 6.
But you never know. Enough of footy talk. Let's move on. Sam. First of all, sorry, before we go to Sam, I've done that thing. I was looking at some stuff on YouTube before, and for some reason, I was watching a footy video, and on the right-hand side, it had the real reason why Pete Best was thrown out the Beatles. I had no idea why that came up, but it piqued me interest.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was him on the David Letterman show years ago. I went on to listen, and it was jealousy was the reason why he was thrown out, he said, because Paul McCartney was jealous because of how good-looking
Fair play.
So I watched the interview was like 8 minutes, so I had it on and was like listening to it. And then another video, because it does recommend it, come up. We found the truth why Pete Best was kicked out.
Fair play.
So I put that on as well and listened to that. Basically, what they found was Pete Best wasn't very good at drumming. But he said he was amazing.
Which is interesting because Ringo's crap as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Ringo apparently was unbelievable compared to Pete Best.
Fair enough.
And Pete Best, he's still fuming over it.
Have any of you seen, there's a film called Birth of the Beatles? The full film's on YouTube. It was made in about 1983. Nick Cotton.
Have seen it.
Nick Cotton from EastEnders plays George Harrison. That's the
John
level.
Altman.
Yeah,
that's
Big John.
And
I
none
did
of
Hole
them.
in the Wall with him.
Did you? Right.
Of course you did.
Of course you did.
None of them
Why
can do
wouldn't you?
Scouse accents, so they all sound brummy,
No.
which is incredible. But there's a bit where they get rid of Pete Best and all the fans are fuming, and then the guy who plays Ringo comes in and he just does this thing on his drum. He goes doosh, doosh, and he speeds up a little bit, and it's rubbish. Yeah. And everyone just stops booing and goes, "Yeah!" Like, that's one of over. A rudimentary drum roll.
He can keep rhythm.
I remember. Well, that's what they said. He couldn't keep the rhythm. He was trying. He was too fast,
too sexy
on one of the. Too sexy for his drumsticks. He was the rhythm. He was too fast on one. Yeah. And then he played this fella who's like done the deep dive and took all the stuff. Played the track of the recording they done for. They got rid of him. Yeah. And the drum's all over the place. So
there's a new Beatles film coming out, isn't there? Half the Beatles in it are Irish.
There's four films, 4 different films.
Well, the main one, it's 4 films, but it's all the same film, isn't it? Yeah. It's all the same. It's one film per person, but it's like the Avengers, basically, of the Beatles. But
from their point of view.
But they're all, half of them are
Irish. At the end, they recruit Elvis.
They do, he comes in on it with his jetpack. Which is, again, I can only ever think of one Scouser who's played John Lennon convincingly, and that's Ian Hart, who's a big Evertonian. And he's played them a couple of times. Well, our mate Chris played them in Doctor Who last year. I think he played Paul McCartney.
What's Chris's surname? I've met him.
Chris Mason.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, we were in the States with them, and
nice lad,
he's a good lad. He played them in that episode of Doctor Who when they were at Abbey Road. But Ian Hart is the only one. And the other best one is Aaron Taylor Johnson, who played him in who played John Lennon in what's it called? And
the Thingy Boy,
Nowhere Boy. Which, to be fair, I always think he's Scouse because he was so good in it. Remember
that fella on
Birth of the Beatles? Beatles, right? The guy who plays John Lennon is, and bear in mind, this is the Birth of the Beatles, so they're all like 17, 18. The guy who plays John Lennon must be 40. And it's ridiculous. Honestly, go and watch it. It's so entertaining. It's all on YouTube.
But that's like
it's like the cast of Grease, when
I was going to say exactly that. If you watch Grease and you're like,
18, and the guys are 42.
Yeah,
that's
Rizzo and the fella who's got all the scars on his foot.
What's he called?
Poxy. No.
Poxy or
no? That's
Pudsey. That's the bear from Chiltern Need.
Not Pudsey. Hang on.
Oh, I can see his face. He's got all the
name.
His name's like Pock.
Hang on. Just hold. We'll find this.
Crater Face.
Grease cast. No, what?
It's Crater Face.
All right.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that.
Someone knows his Grease knowledge.
I say it's Crater Face.
No, it wasn't that.
Okay.
Go Grease Lightning. That's what I.
But anyway, he was 40 as well. But thing he was Rizzo.
Yeah.
Stockard Channing. She was like 34 or something, wasn't she?
Stockard Channing? That sounds like a UFC fighter.
I know, but that's a name.
It sounds like that. Again,
Putsy.
There you go.
No, but is Crater Face in Greece the one who has the race and the slices through his tyres and all that?
Yeah. John Travolta's 30, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he?
They're all.
Yeah.
They're all out.
Oh.
But I'm trying to see how many times Ian Hart played John Lennon. Well, he played him in Backbeat. He played him in Backbeat Band Money Version 2, which I don't know whether that's a sequel or some kind of spin-off. Where else did he play him in?
What I'm telling you is the fella who was on Stars in Their Eyes as John Lennon all those years ago was unbelievable. He looked exactly the same as him.
What a
terrifying.
Show.
What a show.
Do you remember when Christa Berg was on it? Like the fella playing Christa Berg and who's singing Lady in Red, and the real Christa Berg snuck up behind him and joined in. It was vomit inducing, but it was very good TV as well.
Is it as good as Bob Mortimer playing George Michael, though, in Leaves and Mortimer? That's the greatest one ever.
Never.
That is the greatest.
Sorry to drag this back just very quickly. Leo Crater Face Balmundo.
Okay.
Greece, who had the fight with,
I never thought this is where this podcast would go, where two gentlemen of a certain age would be arguing over.
I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't getting it wrong with Crater Face, because he was the one who had obviously all the pock marks, and they played on
Dennis Cleveland.
Yeah, Dennis Cleveland.
And of course they were racing for pinks.
They were racing.
They were racing for pinks. I think we all forget that.
We do, and that is the most important race.
Yeah.
Sam, I believe you were off at B&Q this morning, and you weren't. You said
racing for pinks.
Racing for pinks, basically. So
I was
what were
racing
you
for pinks? Had to settle for
An orange.
An orange emulsion.
Which B&Q speak or the one at the top of
Over
Mill
an
Lane?
orange tabard instead.
Which one, Sam?
It was the
Mill
Speak
Lane,
one.
top of Mill Lane, or
It
Speak?
was the Speak one. I always feel a certain way in B&Q, then I always forget until the next time I go back. I think of myself as, because, you know, what it is to be a man and the concept of masculinity in 2025 is obviously different from what it was when I was a kid or in the 70s. But I'm comfortable with who I am, you know, most of the time. The second I get to B&Q, I just feel like a pathetic excuse of a man because I feel scared, I feel anxious, I don't know where I'm going. The one in Speak now, they're doing it up, so they've moved everything anyway. So I walked in with probably the most level of confidence I've ever walked in, and then I was like, oh no, it's all been changed. And you ask someone, and they look at you like you're an idiot, and then they go, oh, I'll take you up this way, and then all the old fellas who work there, and who like, I always get the sense they're looking down the nose at me. They're probably not, but it's in my head.
You're not a real man, are you?
I'm not a real man, and maybe I should wear trousers next time. But I just feel like it's it's the same when I go to the garage, when I take the car to the garage, and I don't know anything. So what I'm trying to do is gradually start doing the odd little DIY job around the house because I've never done anything, and I'm sick of this phrase. Let's get a proper man in to do it, because the insinuation is that I'm the opposite of a proper man. And I know masculinity is a broad spectrum, but I would at least like to be on that spectrum somewhere rather than dangling off the edge somewhere. So I got what I was getting. I needed a big plank of wood, so I got that first so I could hold it and assert dominance.
Walk around.
Yeah, like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, and so you looked like you knew.
Oh.
I looked like I knew where I was going. I was using it almost like a compass. You know, the stick was guiding me. And bought some paint, and I'm going to try and fix the fence, and I'm going to try and paint the downstairs bog. So it's exciting.
I think you'll be fine with the painting, Sam. Yeah. Painting's not difficult.
Painting's all right, isn't it? The fixing the fence is going to be difficult.
That's a challenge for me.
What are you three like for DIY? Are you handy?
I'm
all right.
I'm next to useless, to be honest with you. I think I fit into your bracket, Sam. Although I am getting better as I get older, mainly through financial necessity. I did the most
the skills.
The most absolutely. The most manly thing I think I've ever done, and I was really pleased with myself, was last year where my kitchen tap was leaking, right? From the neck, and I managed to Google it, and just by chance, and I was really lucky. Of all of the hundreds or thousands of different types of kitchen taps there must be in the world, the thing that I Googled happened to be my exact tap. And I was like, that's mine there. I'd have had no idea what it was called, right? Because it's just a silver tap with a sort of swan neck thing. But anyway, I thought, that's mine there. So anyway, so I had the name of it, and I found the parts. And I ordered from the internet a couple of, I had to change the O-rings, you see. Apparently these plastic O-rings, you have to put some grease in there because they'd split and they were leaking.
And of course, they're really important. That's why the space shuttle blew up, because of the O-rings.
Absolutely, all that, right? So anyway, so I did it all, and it stopped leaking, and I just thought, that's brilliant. It saved myself, £100 or whatever it probably would have cost for somebody to come out. And I did
O-rings, otherwise known as the washers.
Well, NASA call them O-rings.
Are they washers? They're little plastic. They're like little plastic.
Yeah.
Washers are metal, I'd say.
No,
these were definitely
rubber, plastic. Oh, yeah. Rubber washers.
I changed them all by myself. Yeah. And this week I've been bleeding my radiator system as well. Again,
love it. Was gonna say, if you haven't got a radiator key, then you need to question
I've got
your masculinity. I like that.
I was terrible at I'm going to say terrible. Just don't do any. But then obviously I've got a room at home where I record loads of my stuff from, and it was, if you looked off camera, you would just see just a massive mess.
Chaos.
Just chaos. Misses of stuff, clothes, everything. So she went away to Ireland to see some family, and this was about, a few months ago now, and I just bladdered the whole place in 2 days. Painted all the walls, got fit, went to IKEA, felt like a real man, walked out, punched the air, got it all done.
High-fiving people.
Yeah, got all pictures on the wall. They got pictures that I've wanted for years. Like got picture like Ronaldo, R9, not the other one, the gimp. R9 with 2 Italian defenders with like an inspirational thing on it. Yeah, and boss pictures on the wall. I was just like sat there in my chair. I was like,
happy.
I've done well. I've achieved everything that I ever wanted to. The rest of the house has fallen down. Couldn't care less. My room looks boss, and I'm
Doesn't sound like you, that, as long as
living the dream. Living the dream.
Yeah, I'm all right with it, to be fair. I had a few years as a trainee chippy stroke wood machinist, so I'm all right. I'm not too bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, I'm not amazing, but I'm all right. I can sort of do bits and bobs around it, but I have got to change the toilet seat, which is always a nightmare.
Because confidence is a big thing, isn't it? Confidence with all of that. You know, if you're going to take a bog seat off, you need to know you can put it back on.
I mean, that's one of the hardest jobs, I think.
They're just horrible, aren't they? No matter what. Take it off, scrub it all and all that, but it's still fucking horrible.
You don't want a dancing toilet seat. Do you know what I mean? One that's like...
Yeah. Feel like you're on a ship. No, last year I went on to...
Ship, he said.
I thought he said ship. Yeah, I'm like happy to.
Just going for a ship.
Yeah.
I last year our dishwasher broke, and I thought, I'm sick of paying these fellas to come out, these proper men. So I went on YouTube and I found this tutorial how to fix the problem that I had, and it was about a 47-step tutorial. And in the end, I've got bits coming out. It's upside down. It's in the kitchen. I've unplugged it. I've got the drum, is it? Or not the drum, that's in the washing machine. But
no, drums are
all the
machine.
bits are coming out, the filters out. And then I realized the video I was watching only had like 5 views. I was like, this guy has got no credibility. How do I know he knows what he's talking about? Yeah. So I just chipped it and bought a new one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some stuff you can't save, can you? Yeah. That's them things you look and go, I know this is a replacement job. It's a replacement job no matter what. But
absolutely.
Listen, the only way you learn, isn't it? You've got to do it. I mean, YouTube is great. It's rich.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only way that people like me and Sam can actually ever attempt to do manly things, because, you know,
all of us
with YouTube tutorials,
all of us,
a chance for everybody, you know.
But I mean, some of the stuff you can just fix yourself. A lot of, I mean, other stuff you do realise a bit of the way in that it's basically a replacement job. But
I mean, I changed the battery in my mum's key fob the other day all by myself.
See,
deal with it.
That's it. This is modern day.
Whilst doing some squats.
No?
I mean, that might make you feel manly. Just changing it on the squat, you know, the thing and doing all that. But there you go then. I mean, is there a better way to finish?
Well, just before we finish,
come on.
I have got breaking news. And it is regarding the World Cup, and I've got the qualifying playoff draw. So Northern Ireland got Italy away. See you later, lads. Unlucky. You've done well. Wales got Bosnia and Herzegovina at home. Republic of Ireland got Czech Republic away. So there's a chance. There's a chance for them. It's not easy, and of course they've got to win. And if they win, they go through to the final.
That's just a one game, isn't it?
It's a one game. Yeah. So Wales are home to Bosnia. Italy are home to Northern Ireland.
Is the final in a neutral venue for those qualifiers?
Who could say? There's no way of knowing.
No, I think at the last one, it's just you just get drawn.
Yeah,
home or away, don't you?
I think it's just I don't know.
So if Ireland win, who did he get?
I've no idea. Hang on. They'll get Denmark or to be determined.
Because Sweden finished bottom of their group, but they're still in the qualifiers, the playoffs, because of the Nations League performance.
As are Northern Ireland, who finished third.
Which is again, I find that nuts. Yeah. I find that mad.
Well, it's to keep an interest in that Nations League, isn't it?
Nations League's just binny. It's crap. Let's be honest, it's crap. No one cares about it. There you go.
There you go. Right.
There's no other way to finish with it. So there you go. We'll be back next week. Take it easy.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon. Bye.